What's up, family? Jets Brady back here with a special shout out video. By the cards in the background, you should be able to figure out who it's for. It's for the one and only Packercards87. You know, watching your mail day yesterday kind of inspired me to make this video. And especially that nice Brett Favre card you got. And how you were, at the end of the video, you were, pretty much speechless. And a lot of your videos, you're like, you don't understand your success on YouTube. I mean, for me personally, I think it's because you're real and it shows up on film. I mean, all the people that you've inspired to get back into the hobby, or kids to young adults you inspired to get into the hobby. That's a pretty amazing thing to do. I mean, if I can get on my channel, if I can get one or two people into the hobby, I'd be ecstatic. Because I mean, I love this hobby. I've loved this hobby since I was a kid. I mean, I stopped collecting for a little bit, and when my oldest was born in 2001, I'd pick up cards here and there, a pack or two at Walmart, or if there happened to be a card show at my mall, I'd get a couple autographs or jersey cards. Nothing too crazy. And then a couple years ago, I was never really a big YouTube guy, but I just happened to put it on my TV, and I used to watch, I started off watching, just breaks, Cards Infinity. I used to like watching him, Jaspys. And then in the recommended spots, Tuber's channel started popping up. You were the first one that popped up. I forget what video it was, but because it was well over 2 years ago. And I got hooked from you. I found Timmy G. Anyone knows where Timmy G is? That'd be great to find out. And then it just snowballed from there. To me starting my own channel. That's another legacy, Brian. Do you know how many of us started our YouTube channels because of you? I mean, like I said, it's a pretty amazing thing to accomplish. I mean, I'm very introverted. I'm very quiet for the most part when I'm not on YouTube. Like my first video, it took a lot because I've always been afraid of public speaking. And this is kind of public speaking. I mean, yeah, it's on film. I'm not really talking to anyone but a wall. And it's just something fun. That's what it is. That's why we all do this, because it's fun. We like showing our cards. I, for one, love sending out care packages. I'd love to send out more than I do. But, I've tried to send out a couple a week. 2, 3, 4. But back to you, Brian. I mean, you don't get thanked enough. You really don't. I mean, it's just amazing. Just watching your videos and just thinking what you've accomplished. And each one of those letters you read, when it says, you got me back in the hobby or you got me collecting, is just music to my ears. That right there is the reason I think a lot of us do this. To spread this hobby, to keep it going. Because, I mean, let's face it. We're getting older. We're going to have to pass this on to the younger generation. For the longest time, when, cards started getting expensive, like when my first pack of Topps in 83, I think a wax pack was 35 cents, a quarter, 35 cents, something like that. Then in 89, Upper Deck came out with $1 plus price tag. But when they were released, they were way more than $1. And then the price per pack started going up and up and up. And I remember reading in Beckett, are we pricing the kids out of the hobby? I mean, for some aspects, yeah, like Flawless, National Treasure, some of the other $200+ boxes, even some of the $100 boxes. Yes, some kids and even some adults can't afford them. But there are alternatives. You know, there are less boxes, less than $100. There is eBay to get individual cards you want. There's a bunch of Facebook groups. And I mean, this hobby is just amazing, and you've added so much to it for a lot of us. I mean, when I stumbled on your channel, I was collecting. I was always going to card shows since I really got back into the hobby in 06. I was going to card shows at least once a month. But, like, I didn't get as much. I really wasn't doing eBay. I mean, I didn't even have a PayPal up till about a year ago. And the only reason I got a PayPal was because of one of Pac-Man's first for sale video. He had a couple of nice jets I wanted, and so I had to get a PayPal to get them. Then I eventually just started on eBay and Facebook. Well, all right, we're at almost 7 minutes. I'm going to wrap this up with just a thank you to you, Brian, from all of us who do this. From each kid that you inspired to get into this hobby. From anybody who used to collect who are now collecting. Just a big thank you. And keep up your awesome videos. We all love them. Even though sometimes it's a head scratcher when I get onto one and I see 2 or 3 people putting thumbs down. But I guess that's the nature of the beast. So, shout out to you, Brian. Go, Pack, go!